Imagine if you could focus for hours on end. You could sit down and work, finish a YouTube video, and post it onto YouTube. You are a confident YouTuber getting in the reps daily. And then there's you. You honestly don't even know how to start. You sit there wanting to succeed. Opening up another video on your phone, you're trading your creativity for more dopamine. You wish you could somehow get the results without putting in any action. Well, stop scrolling around. Do not click off, because you might have been a little bit triggered by that without you thinking about it, because you don't want to take action. You want the easy path and you want it to be easy. But we're improving and we're becoming better. And if you can't focus on this kind of value, then it's not going to do anything for you. I promise that this is so valuable and you need to listen. This is exactly how I was. I was stuck in the exact place like you are, and I wasn't taking any creative action. I wasn't making any action that was going to help me improve. Brain rot is literally real, and this is how I fixed it. So the definition of brain rot is low-value internet content and the effects caused by spending too much time consuming it. Low-value content and the effects that come from consuming it. Low-value content. What would that be? Well, like TikTok, all these YouTube growth videos, all these random videos you're watching on YouTube, that's low-value content. That's the content that you've been watching. You feel so foggy, depressed, lost feeling, and no wonder why. This is the content that you're watching. If you have tried to make YouTube content and you feel so stuck on the edit, on the idea, during the process while filmmaking, of course, just setting up the camera to film or just coming up with the idea, you're so foggy and you're so confused at why you don't have energy to do so. Your mind is so jacked up with the content that you have watched, and we need to change that. So how I reset it. So the first thing is you have to rethink who you are. And so a lot of us have a picture of who we currently are, what we believe about ourselves. There's things that we repeat over and over about ourselves in our brain without us thinking about it, that are defining who we are, translating into our actions, translating into how we act and what we do. And so the first thing that you need to take into action is you need to be able to write down positive things about yourself and positive attributes about the person that you're going to become. You have to write those things down and even put them on your wall or put them in a journal, because you have like 6,000 thoughts a day, around there. Not exactly right, but or I can just say 5,000, okay? And if you have 5,000 thoughts a day and you write down 10 positive words about yourself, you don't write anything else with your hand, not typing them down. We're not using our phones or our computers. We're changing that. We're writing it down with our hand, in a pen, of course, or a pencil or whatever. 10 things that are positive about yourself. Let's say you did that. Let's say you did that every single day. Now, every single day, what you're putting as priority is you're putting those positive attributes about yourself as priority on your mind constantly, right? And so that's something that you need to do. You need to take into action writing down positive things about yourself, because you're putting those thoughts as priority, the positive thoughts as priority, which is going to start to change your mind about yourself, translating into changing your actions. And then also the daily action. What do I mean by the daily action? Well, in the morning, you're full of energy. Maybe you don't feel energetic, and that's because you've literally screwed up your sleep, or you haven't slept well, or you stayed up on your phone, or whatever. But I hop in that cold shower, and I'm instantly, awake. I'm ready to start the day. And so, with hopping out of the cold shower, let's say I have about 100 points of... Sorry, the camera turned off. Let's say I have about 100 points of energy. So when I wake up, I have 100 points of energy. If I check my phone, if I check Instagram, what is that going to do? Well, that's going to eliminate 20 points, 20 whole points of my day, of that 100 points of energy I have that I can give to anything. And so what we're doing by one daily action, what I mean by that, is that you're literally waking up and you're starting to do the hardest task of the day. If you still have a little morning routine, don't make it overly cute, overly and you do this. But you can do whatever is needed, right? So I hop in the cold shower, I still brush my teeth, still get dressed, make my bed, make sure my room's clean, all those kind of things, the normal tasks. But once you've done those things, what am I doing right now? I'm recording. I'm sitting outside in nature, breathing in this fresh, cold air at 6 a.m, and I'm recording. I'm getting done the hardest task first thing in the morning. And this is what has gotten me so far. This is what has kept me consistent. And you can put a lot of your energy into it because you haven't wasted it on other things, like scrolling, on other things like eating sugar or just doing all these bad habits. I don't need to do those things. I can just do the hardest task. And so that's something I dare you to do. That's something I want you to do. I want you tomorrow to wake up and decide what that hardest task is and how you can do it. And no matter what, just do it. Just put away your phone. Do not scroll first thing. Please do not scroll first thing. Just do the hardest task. Figure out what the highest leverage thing is that you can do tomorrow morning. And then sleep. This is something that I put later on because I didn't want to start with it and you'd be like, that's such an easy tip. That's something I already know. But just make sure that you're sleeping good. Make sure that you have good sleep because you'll feel alive. You'll feel energetic. And if you can actually get a good amount of sleep, then you can actually put energy into whatever you need to do, into creating videos, into doing videography, into making YouTube videos, right? Into all of that because you actually have energy from getting good sleep and you're re-energized, right? You're charged up. And then on top of that, I've done diet. And with diet, it's just making sure that you eat clean foods. The best you can do is one ingredient foods. That'd be if I went into the forest in a tropical jungle and I found a banana, that's a one ingredient food. If I dug up a potato, that's a one ingredient food. If I cooked rice, that's a one ingredient food, right? They're all one ingredient foods, and that's going to be the healthiest that you can be. A lot of stuff is processed now, and it has just crazy ingredients that are super bad for you, making your mind slow. So just checking the ingredients. If you don't, basically a good rule is if you can't read it right, then you shouldn't be eating that food. So if you can't read this random ingredient on the back of the package, just don't eat that food. So that's a good thing to just start with. And then finally is community. Find one, because a lot of us want to go full grind mode, full, at least as a man, I guess, full grind mode, full I'm not going to talk to anyone. Just stay in the room, just work as hard as you can. And it can be really lonely. It can be really hard to be in that place. And so you have to make sure that you're staying away from fully going off the edge, fully not staying social, because even if you're introverted, you still need a social plug-in. And so whatever place, basically this is what has helped me, whatever place that you attend regularly, make that part of your community. So like at the gym, I go 6 days a week, and so I know a lot of the people there. But that took me having to talk to all of them individually and get to know them. And so this has strengthened my confidence, right? And also just my daily joy, because when I go there, I know the people and I can talk to them. And instead of just focusing on grinding out whatever I need to do and feeling alone, you acknowledge where you already are going, the places you already are going, and you're connecting with the people there. So if you go to a cafe, if you go to like a certain restaurant, or you go to the gym or a certain barber or whatever it is, you're connecting with those people constantly, and you're making real connections that are going to strengthen your confidence and strengthen your knowledge of who you are and who you can be. And so I hope this video helped you. I kind of just gave an overall spectrum of what has helped me be able to avoid brain rot and be able to conquer my addiction of just watching YouTube, and focusing instead now on creating videos daily. And if you want to know how to create videos daily, I have a video right here. And also, if you'd like to be personally talking to me over Zoom, I can help you be able to set goals and be able to think about where you want to go and who you want to become. And so if you would like to get on a free call, there's a link right down below, and I'll see you there. Okay, bye.